Hey, Jocelyn. Thanks for speaking to me today. So it's really exciting that The Dressmaker is coming out next week. What inspired you to make a film adaptation for this book?
Sue Maslin, the producer, sent me the book, and when I read it, I just was so in love with the whole world that Rosalie Ham created in her novel, and with the characters. It was the characters that drew me in. Yes, I loved the landscape. Yes, I loved the gorgeous couture frocks, but it was the characters of Tilly and Molly that really cast their spell over me.
Yeah.
And I, of course, thought, oh, this is going to be an amazing movie. I love the story of the mother and the daughter finding each other after 25 years and finding a way back to each other.
Yeah.
I also love the revenge tale. You know, I'm a bit of a sucker for a revenge tale. I think most people are. And the fact that there are all these amazingly strong women in the movie. And of course, I liked the male characters. I'm not going to forget them. I love, Teddy is just such a beautiful, iconic sort of Australian larrikin.
Yeah.
And Liam Hemsworth, of course, was perfect for that character. And the cross-dressing policeman was a lot of fun too.
That was pretty funny as well in the film. I know that when I was doing my research before this interview, actually, this book was actually going to be a movie project like earlier beforehand, but it just didn't work out and stuff. How do you feel knowing that you got the opportunity to make The Dressmaker happen, even if it took you so long to like make it happen?
Yes, well, movies often take a long time to get going, and I had heard about the project, many years earlier, and it just didn't get going. And then when Sue Maslin got the rights, she approached me. I was living in America at the time, and I was heavily involved in helping my 2 children with autism with their therapy. And so the first time she approached me, it was heartbreaking, but I said, look, I'd love to get back to directing because it's been a long time. But I'm just so involved in my kids' recovery. So I had to say no, but she came back. She said, I still want you. How about now? Like a year later. And at that point, my little boy had started to talk. So I said, I'd love to get back to directing, and this is the project that is I would love to do. And so I feel very honoured that Sue waited for me and that I got the chance to do this.
Yeah, of course. Especially now, it's really rewarding to see how far you come as well. Because beforehand, you directed a few more film adaptations as well. 1,000 Acres and How to Make an American Could as well. What sparked the vision in terms of The Dressmaker and stuff? Because I know you like doing drama and comedy films as well, and then you did a mixture of musical films as well.
Yeah, well, I work closely with my husband, PJ Hogan, who everybody knows is the director of Muriel's Wedding and my best friend's wedding. He doesn't just do wedding movies, but he also read the book and said, "Joss, this is fantastic," and he helped me write the script. And we decided early on it was going to be like Unforgiven with a sewing machine. So we really channeled our love for Westerns, in particular the Sergio Leone spaghetti Westerns, because we love the look of them. They're not quite naturalistic. We went for the whole, let's just go super magical realism on this one. Let's make it like a fable and just woo people into this world. And so that's why the movie has a very strong visual impact, because we just love movies so much. So I think you can see, when you go to see it, you'll go, oh yeah, the people who made this, they're total film fans themselves. And we are.
Awesome. Considering in the previous films that you worked on as well, you've worked alongside with Russell Crowe, Jessica Lange, and Michelle Pfeiffer, and all of that. What was it like working with Kate Winslet on this film as well?
Kate is a beautiful, beautiful woman and human being. So it was really a dream come true. I'd always been a huge fan of hers ever since I saw her in Heavenly Creatures all those years ago. She just does the most amazing movies, and she's always exceptional. And so, as a director, you want to work with somebody like that, So it was a thrill just to work with her as an actress and have her speaking my lines. But it was also just great to have her around. She's just such a lovely woman.
Like she was amazing on screen as well, and I was so impressed by how authentic her Australian accent was as well. Were you impressed by that because it was just so real?
I was very impressed. I had seen her in Holy Smoke, which is where she played an Australian about 10 years ago. So I knew she'd be pretty damn good at it. But we got the same dialect coach, Victoria Mieluska, and we'd also worked with Victoria when we did Mental, and Liev Schreiber had to have an Australian accent, and a lot of people said his was impeccable too. So I had a feeling she'd be great, and she was, so she didn't let me down.
That's cool. Also, as a director and stuff, in a male-dominated industry and stuff, what's your advice to aspiring female filmmakers as well?
Don't be afraid. Just be true to yourself, to your own voice, to your own femininity. Yeah. I think we all have stories to tell, and we have stories about women to tell. And I think you've just got to keep going. It's a tough world, and it's always hard for women in a male-dominated industry. But on the whole, I think if you know your stuff and you work with the right people, true. It helps if you work with female producers. You'll get a chance, and just make sure you grab that opportunity with both hands. Yeah, because obviously times are changing, and females are empowering as well. And I think it's really cool that you're a director as well, and you've done all these other film projects as well. What would you say has been the biggest learning curve for you as someone that has been working in the film industry for quite a while? Biggest learning curve? Actually, it was just a couple of years ago when I did a play. I'd never done theatre before. Yep. And for the first time in my directing career, I had 4 weeks rehearsal. And I got to work up close with two very fine actors, Jacqueline McKenzie and Ryan Corr. Yep. And I got to see their process up close, and it changed the way I directed actors. Yeah. And obviously, when you're working on a different project as well, it sort of puts you out of the comfort zone too. Oh yeah, look, it's I just don't be afraid of the unexpected. I mean, I had to learn that in my life. Is just accept things as they come along, and you will learn stuff. If you try to go into denial or if you try to avoid situations, you're not going to learn anything. So just embrace the unexpected. Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, Jocelyn. It was lovely speaking with you. Lovely to talk to you too. Thank you.